What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Anything Goes Renegade Podcast. I am your host, Demetrius Smith, and I apologize that I did not post last week on Sunday. I was going through a mental breakdown because I was getting wrapped up in so many conspiracy theories about pedophile rings and all this other stuff. So I kind of decided to take a break from podcasting a while and just get out of that because it was seriously driving me crazy. It was draining me all of my energy, and it was, how can I say, it was the hole that I shouldn't have gone down. Because it brought up so much raw emotions. It brought up so much fear, for my kids, for my friends' children, for my little cousins and stuff of that. And, I was getting afraid to the point where, I don't want to let my kids out of the house. I don't want to let them out of my sight. But it took me a while to calm down, to finally realize that I should not let these things put fear inside of me, but at the same time, I do need to be aware. I'm aware all of this is happening. I'm aware all of this is going on, and as well, the politics is all of this mess is getting to me. And so, everything is getting so messed up nowadays. So, and during my whole break, I decided to do something new for this podcast. And even though I say this is a spiritual podcast, but this is also going to be a spiritual. Not only with this podcast, I will talk about spiritual things. But I will also talk about things to deal with YouTube as well, if that makes sense. So that's just a little program note. I'm not gonna stop talking about anything spiritual. I will continue to do so on this podcast, but I will also add a note. I will speak anything about concerning YouTube, which I consider that entertainment. So, which would be actually today's episode. Which today's episode would be about two YouTube stars, Jaystation and Jake Paul. And I hope you guys enjoy it, because I know some of you guys probably might not tune in to listen to this, but I just want you guys to know that this is going to be another podcast about Jaystation and Jake Paul, and we're going to get into it right now. Have you ever wanted to start your own podcast? Are you passionate about a favorite subject matter or a message that you want everyone to listen to, but you don't have any of the equipment or have no idea where to begin? Well, look no further than Anchor. Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. Anchor gives you everything you need in one place for free, which you can use right from your phone or computer. Do not worry about any extra equipment, guys, because Anchor's creation tools allows you to record and edit your podcast so it sounds great. They'll distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard everywhere, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and many more. You can easily make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. To get started, download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm. That's ANCHOR.FM. Again, to get started, download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm. That is ANCHOR.FM. Okay, so first thing first, we're going to talk about I Am Jaystation. He has been back for, I believe, for about 7 or 8 days now on YouTube. He's been uploaded on the what used to be called the Dream Team channel, but now he called it the 666 channel. But it just basically stories that he's telling on that channel. And recently, yesterday, he uploaded on his main channel, I'm Jaystation channel, which he's back to his whole 3 a.m. thing, and which is pretty good. I watched some of it. Like, okay, now see, this is what he needs to do. Like, nothing too controversial. Like, don't, like he can say do the Ouija board type of deal, just not like dead celebrities. Stay away from that. Like just make up a name. If you're gonna do a Ouija board with a name, make up a name. And like this guy has been on a emotional roller coaster for the past few months, dealing with Alexia and people just coming after Jaystation, like, which is weird because like he only has like he only has like almost 6 million subscribers on YouTube, and he's really not that well known. And everybody treating him like he is a threat to children. And I'm sitting here thinking like, Disney catered to almost billions of children in the world. Like, Disney has more influence than I Am Jaystation. Nickelodeon has more influence than I'm Jaystation. And your kids, trust me, the kids will watch Disney Channel, Nickelodeon more than they watch I'm Jaystation. Nobody want to talk about that, but everybody always want to blame somebody else for the reason why they can't control their children, or for the reason why the children misbehave. They always want to blame something outside of themselves, but it's basically them not monitoring their own child. It's them not taking care of their own children. Like, it is your job as a parent to teach your child from right and wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, when your child watch a Jaystation video, it is your job as a parent to immediately say, "Hey, all of this is fake. Okay, what he's doing is fake. It is scripted. Nobody's getting harmed in making this video. This is just for entertainment purposes." That is that simple. That is that easy. But no parent. It seems like if you go on YouTube, look at all the comments, and you can tell no freaking parent, hardly any parent has the guts or the brain cells. I'm sorry for being so blunt. The brain cells to tell their children this is scripted. This is scripted. This is scripted. What he's doing is scripted. It is just for entertainment purposes. It's just to entertain you. How hard is that? The reason why that I don't get offended by it, because what Jaystation is doing is the same shit that I grew up with in the 90s. Trash TV. Come on. Like, I'm sick of everybody getting offended over something that really is not hurting them. That really is not going to make the world go even darker. I mean, yeah, he got a platform, But let's be honest. Who has the biggest platform? The person who has the biggest platform has the biggest influence over the youth of America. But let me tell you this. Let me say this. Music can influence a child more than anything else. So if your child is listening to gangster rap, they're going to think being a gangster is cool. And, I've seen that shit in high school. Don't get me wrong. I listen to it, but at the same time, I also listen to heavy metal. I had a variety of music from gangster rap, heavy metal, alternative rock, hard rock, pop music, and gospel. I had, and that as well as country. I had a variety of music which kind of like cancel each other out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everybody's blaming Jaystation for their kids of being messed up. Not, these parents don't take responsibility for their own children. I let my children watch Jaystation, and I literally asked them, "Do y'all think what he's doing is real?" And they literally tell me, "No, it's just entertaining to watch. It's like wrestling. It's like WWE. It's entertaining to watch." So, I take my cues to like, okay, that's good. Okay, so they know what they're watching. But it's weird how my kids never come up to me and say, "Oh, I want to do what he's doing." No, they want to be like JoJo Siwa. Both of my daughters want to be like JoJo Siwa. So I'm trying to figure this shit out. Okay, they watch Jaystation, but yet they want to be like JoJo Siwa. And I'm like, wow. So I guess kids aren't really dumb, no, are they? So this whole thing with Jaystation is not the fact that Jaystation. I'm not saying Jaystation didn't make any mistakes. Obviously, he did in his personal lives. In his personal life, which, on YouTube, which showed on YouTube. But at the same time, all the negativity that comes from us and people talking about accountability. None of these people take accountability for what their children watch. Why should Jaystation get banned from YouTube because you can't monitor what your child watch on YouTube? That shouldn't be up to him. That shouldn't be his problem. That shouldn't be his responsibility. That's on you. It's getting ridiculous. Because it's just getting ridiculous that I see like so many people hate on one guy who doesn't have that much of a big who doesn't really have much of a big influence. Because at the end of the day, not a lot of people know about him or have seen his videos unless you bring it to their attention. And a lot of people want to censor Jaystation. They want to, get him banned from YouTube. And most content creators are saying that is a bad idea. Because once you do that, you will open the floodgates for almost every content creator on YouTube getting banned for the slightest negative thing on their channel. And the funny thing is, I hear people saying freedom of speech. You cannot say freedom of speech if you want this person banned from YouTube for doing shit that you don't like. That is not freedom of speech and freedom of expression. That is you acting like a fucking dictator. And I know what some people are going to say. Have you seen this man's content? Yes, I watch all of his videos. I've seen it. The only difference is I'm not fucking offended. I'm not easily fucking offended by shit I see. Why? Because I've seen a lot trashier shit in the 90s than I does on his damn content. Trust and believe me. And the only difference is between me and most of them is that I'm not going to call for someone to be fucking banned because I don't like that damn content. No, if I don't like that damn content, I don't watch it. It's that fucking simple. But most people want to act like